Hello there people, Festin here playing Life is Strange Before the Storm. The expansion pack? The prequel, I guess? Something I've wanted to play for the longest time, and yet something I dread playing for a variety of reasons. My goodness, my stage fright is overwhelming, and it tends to be the case every single time I approach anything I treat with any degree of seriousness whatsoever. Possibly to the detriment of everything. I've been putting it off for so long, and yet it makes no sense. Or does it? Or does it? There are reasons for this, I guess, to a certain extent. Namely, the fact that from what I recall, this doesn't necessarily live up to the sort of standards, the lofty heights of the vanilla version of the game. Life is Strange is critically acclaimed, is awesome. Even people on GOG, who are notoriously picky and critical, have rated this game, I believe, 4.8 out of 5. Whereas this, I believe, received something like 3.7. So in no way, shape, or form can it possibly be as great, or can it? Now I know I have been unfair to the previous game, for a variety of reasons. On one hand, perhaps because of who I am, on the other, because of who the protagonists were. Well, the characters. Not just the protagonist, Maxine. Oh, my dear Maxine. But I also had the wrong sort of attitude from the get-go. And I don't want to repeat this mistake over here, although it might be difficult to accomplish that. Is it not? Consider the following. This is before the storm. This is before Maxine's story, which, as far as I understand, quintessentially is the original game, Life is Strange. Thus, as far as I understand it, our protagonist is going to be none other than Chloe Price. Now, I know I might have been unduly harsh to Chloe Price, but the way I see it, she's surprisingly similar to Gromash Hellscream. An overall horrible character with plenty of flaws and, well, one redeeming moment in her existence, as was the case with Gromash. So, despite the fact that I might have been overly harsh, it's not like when being fair and being myself and being as objective as I could be while also being myself and being true to myself, it's not like then I would be significantly less harsh. Even when being fair to Chloe Price, I'd still be reasonably critical of Chloe Price. And the fact that we no longer have Maxine to put our faith in really doesn't help matters. All I can do at this point, I guess, is promise to myself and to you that I will try to be as fair as I possibly can be to Chloe Price. I don't want to hate her. I don't. Although, once again, if you look at her, at who she is and what she represents, for better or worse, it doesn't inspire confidence, at least not in me. She's a rebel without a cause. I'm not. You see, as far as I can tell, she just wants to rebel. She wants to be against things. My approach to life is completely different. I try to do the right thing. And if that means that I have to rebel against the rules, then so be it. Because the most important part is to do the right thing. I believe it's the exact opposite with her. Now, she wants to rebel. And if that means doing the right thing, then great. If it means doing the wrong thing, she's prepared to do that. I want to do the right thing, and if that means that I have to rebel, then so be it. But if not, that's great. There are many things I could say about Chloe Price. But ultimately, I'm entering this with a reasonably open mind and a few hopes and dreams. Wouldn't say expectations. Wouldn't necessarily say predictions. I want to meet Rachel Amber. She's been hyped up all the way to hell in the original, hasn't she? We've heard all about her. She was basically the unseen deuteragonist in the original game, wasn't she? It was all about her. Even though we've never seen her in that game, alive and in her ordinary corporeal form at the very least. She might have been the doe, although one might argue that the doe is the spirit animal of Maxine. Who knows? Maybe it's of them both. So I want to meet Rachel Amber. I want to find some redeeming quality in Chloe Price, although if I get to control her, and if I am to be true to her, as far as who she is, then I can't just betray her and do my own thing and be myself, now can I? I mean, I can, but I ought not to. I guess I have a duty. Out of respect for her and what she stands for, as much as I may disagree with it. As weird as that sounds. So I'll try to treat her... number 2, I'll try to find a redeeming quality to her. 3, I want to find out about the lighthouse, and most importantly, as far as that's concerned, about that note relating to the wind. If you recall, there was this shed with a couple of symbols written there. Maxine looked at that and said, that reminds me of the wind. What? How? Well, most likely we are going to find out over here. One would hope, at the very least. I guess that's about it. 3 things. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We have 3 episodes. Oh, and a bonus episode. Okay. Fine. Is awake, brave new world, hell is empty. I am so internally conflicted right now. I feel like I don't belong here. I feel like I'm doing something wrong for whatever reason. It feels like I'm intruding. I didn't get this impression initially when I played the original game. I have no idea what's wrong. Something feels wrong. Let's just start the episode, see what happens. Lay it on me. Life is Strange Before the Storm is a story-based game that features player choice. The consequences of actions and decisions will impact the world around you. Choose wisely. I'll try. I'll do my best. You have chosen poorly! No! Stop! No, that's a... You have... Don't stand on the railroad tracks, don't... Lead! Could you get... a thrill seeker, I see. I hate you so damn much!
I can't believe Firewalk is playing a show at the old mill. Fuck yes!
Look,
Mom would kill me if she knew I was out here.
I want to be fair to her.
800 DPI.
Let's lower the DPI so I can turn properly, yes. Look. I knew what I was saying when I was saying it, and I knew the implications, and I said it. Nah, I'm not going back. Look, I knew what she was doing. I didn't remark on it. I'm not exactly sure why. Perhaps because everything was so overwhelmingly loud, as the concert is about to be. But yes, obviously. Did she want to die? No. She would just hop off at the last second. She's a thrill seeker. The fact that she scares and inconveniences other people out there, what it means to others, what it means to the world, she doesn't care. She's selfish to the core. Well, at the very least, her hell isn't blue yet. Is this the beginning of her downward spiral? There's a number of things you could argue, I guess. Yeah, when she lost Rachel Amber, that was a huge hit. It took its toll on her. But at the same time, since William's death, everything has been quite different. That's when she turned into a rebel, isn't it? Is there anything we can interact with over here? Presumably not. Let's just get through this silly section. I can interact with the fence. Hop the fence. Yay. Do you have a ticket? You presumably do not. Warning, do not enter. Look. Wait, no! What? Approach the fence, hold left mouse button and S. Wait, I click and I use the... No, why can't I use the mouse? That was more convenient. Whatever.
No trespassing? No way.
Well, congratulations, you have just bested an inanimate object.
Holy shit.
I hope you're proud of yourself. Yo, yeah, bonfire, bikes, a rave.
This place is awesome. If I'm gonna get inside, I'll have to get through that door.
Yes, Chloe, that is correct. How can I find any redeeming qualities in her? How can I be fair and not just snark through the entire playthrough? And you know, as far as I'm concerned, I've mentioned this before, I consider this sort of vile, angry snarkiness to be the smart man's equivalent of violence. It's the sort of last resort. It's not a good sign. If you just resort to that all the time, you're like a stupid man resorting to violence all the time. Not a good sign. I don't want to resort to that. I don't want to do that. I would seriously prefer to be able to find some redeeming qualities in Chloe. To be able to do something. Conceptually. But then again, at that point, am I not just making stuff up? Am I not just insisting on things that are simply not true? I think, at the very core, Chloe is who she is, and she'll be who she is. And she'll be who she'll be. There's no saving her, is there?
That saw looks ancient. I wonder how long ago the mill actually closed. That saw looks ancient. I wonder how long ago the mill actually closed.
Can I do anything, as far as she is concerned, that'll make her a bit better, but it'll not betray her as her. To her and to me.
That's exactly your problem. Meaning you. Yeah, your problem. Not mine. Shit. I know you're kind. I know your bullshit excuses too. Maybe I should slap those excuses out of you.
But it really wasn't my fault.
You're always blaming everyone else but yourself.
Also, the problem is that unless I'm horribly mistaken,
That's exactly your problem.
unless I'm horribly mistaken, this stuff is largely set in stone. This is the backstory. We know how all of this ends. So Chloe cannot turn out to be anyone else than she turned out to be.
Some say the world will end in fire.
I should slap.
Some say the world will end in fire.
You're
Can you-
always blaming everyone else but
Pondering sounds good. Can you ponder for a moment, Chloe? I would like you to think.
Mom would totally flip her shit if she knew I hiked for an hour just to see a show. This place is sketchy as hell. An old abandoned building in the middle of nowhere, miles from home. Home. Right. Now I remember why I'm here. Any place is better than home.
I guess I don't hate her as much as I feel bad for her. Well, she is Chloe Price. Yes, but then again,
meaning you.
the spot she's in, she still has a choice in the matter. It's not like Pompidou. Will we meet we'll presumably meet plenty of characters we've already met.
Guess fire safety isn't exactly high on the agenda here.
Yes. Anything of note over here? Oh no.
Ah, perfect place for me to work.
No, Chloe, can we be any less of a vandal? Is that an option? Presumably this action will have consequences. I don't know. Also, we've got a journal, so I might as well consider that. Oh yeah, and might as well spend a decent bit of time just going through all of this nonsense. Let's do that. Messages from Max. So sorry, I've been bad about emailing. Texting is better for me anyway. Yo, it's Max! How's it going? You know? Sorry again, I've been really busy. You'd love Seattle. Moan a bit. Cool. Maybe some hitchhiking in my future. Hey, hippie. I'm so sorry. Maybe we should set up a time to call. No worries. Max! Best friend. Right. I mean, come on! Oh, no, I could have written an email. Texting is better. Oh, sorry, I haven't texted you. Maybe we should schedule a call. Yeah, let's circle around and get back to this. You're just trying to have a casual conversation with people. No worries, I'll check my dance card. 7 p.m. in Arcadia Bay. What is it, 2019 in Seattle? I know, right? Maybe this weekend. Sure, anytime. Let me know. Look at the dates! Look at the dates! Look at the dates! Oh, goodness. You read those backwards, don't you? Because, it's all backwards, so it's, day, month, it's month, day, I presume. Month, day. So it's gonna be the 2nd of the 11th month. Right. So it's November, 2nd of November, it's going 4th of November, 13th, oh, sorry, yeah, whatever. 27th, then she responds on the 28th, oh, sorry, maybe we should set, yeah, no worries. I know, right, maybe this weekend, sure, anytime, let me know. 14th of December, not for the lack of trying, on Chloe's pod! Let me know. Yo, Queen of the Crickets, what's the latest? Max? It's the 3rd of January, 2010. This is so sad. Here's Frank. Oh boy. Your shit's here. Hell yeah. But tapped out, sorry. Your loss. Hey, you can hold it for me a day. Can I? I'm your favorite customer. Are you? Frank, you hold it? You still... Oh, you're gonna have me whacked? Yes, please joke about that over text. You deal drugs on this phone. Anyway, come on, it's 4:20. I'll meet you if you have the cash. Rain check. Yes, Chloe the junkie. Here's Elliot. Spanish test sucked. Lucky if I passed. Aw. Lo siento. No, I think I did okay, cool. What are you up to? Not much. Got shit to do later. Oh, okay. Here's Mom. Will you be joining us for supper? No, thanks. Will you be coming home at some point tonight? 6th of May 2010. This is all terrible. Terrible, I tell you. I mean, look at the dates on these things. What we have here is a failure to communicate. And what are these? What are these? These are files as far as I understand it. Episode 1. Shit to tag. Lame ride. No. You're telling me we're not taking photographs, we're just tagging things? We're putting graffiti on things? That's what we're doing? I've refused to take certain pictures on general principle with Maxine, although I presumably should have taken them and then, you know, I should have just decided to rewind so as not to have any evidence except for the photograph. Photograph of something that never happened. Prison wall. I guess that's a decent bit of insight into what we'll do. So I guess I need to do that unless I want to give up on the collectibles. I'll have to start tagging anyway, might as well get on with it. How about we learn about people? How about we do that? Here are the people. It's Chloe, Max, William, also David and Joyce. Let's read about Chloe. My name is Chloe Price, but you can call me... Yes? I am an inmate at Blackwell Academy, currently serving a 4-year sentence for crimes against maternity. That'll be my mom, Joyce, who seems endlessly disappointed in me. Which, I get it. I'm no one's image of a perfect daughter, or student, or anything really. But who the fuck wants to be perfect? I'm surrounded all day by so-called perfection, and it sucks ass. Other things that suck. Mom's new drill sergeant boyfriend David. How hard is it to buy weed around here, having no friends, hypocrites, country music people who say chillax at being dead? It's been 2 years since he died in a car crash, and I still think about him all the time. Okay, so that maps out the timeline. Yes, that does map out the timeline, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, does it not? So she's gonna be 15. That would be about 3 years. That's closer. That's closer to her father dying than it is to the events of the original game, if I understand this correctly. It's been 2 years since he died in a car crash, and I still think about him all the time. I've been having these weird lifelike dreams. Sometimes I think he's trying to tell me something. Other times I remember that he's feeding worms in a ditch right now, and anything else is just a fairy tale to make myself feel better. Yeah, I believe basically everything is a fairy tale to make you feel better, isn't it? Says Vestin playing a video game. At least I have 2 weapons to help me survive this shitberg town. The pen I use to tag any and everything I want, and my shining personality. If I work at it, maybe I can leave this place just a little less perfect than when I found it. How am I supposed to like her? How am I supposed to appreciate that? Maxine was self-deprecating, I get that. She wanted to be better, though. She wanted to strive for more. She wanted to accomplish something. And as far as I understand it, as far as you can see, presumably, Chloe Price over here also feels inadequate. Also feels like there's a rift between her and the world, which makes sense. And what does she seek to do about that? She wants to tear the world down, bring it down to her level. She doesn't want to make herself better. She wants to make the world worse. Actively. Just so that she can feel a bit more at home, though. Which is understandable. If you want to have both meet in the middle, something has to give. I'm just disappointed in the fact that this is the path she decided to take. She doesn't even conceptualize it as an improvement. Points for honesty? All the points deducted for the fact that she knows what's doing is wrong and is doing it anyway. Despite my mom's best efforts, I don't actually hate her. I know shit's been rough since Dad died. Money's tight. Her job as a waitress at a diner isn't exactly glamorous, and I'm clearly not all about the whole going to school thing. But why does she have to make things so much harder on the both of us? She acts like if I smoke pot or when I skip out to go catch an awesome show, it's somehow a personal attack on her. She should be happy that I'm self-medicating and not going postal on everyone. She never used to be this way when Dad was around. She could actually be cool. Well, the problem is that the way things are going, Chloe isn't heading for anything nice or glamorous. So as much as she may look at the situation right in front of her eyes and might figure, hold on, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing, it's handy and helpful in the moment, the time frame at which she's pondering things is clearly depressingly short. She's not thinking far enough ahead. She's not considering the consequences of her actions. She's not thinking about her future. She's just living in the present for the here and the now. What a horrible instinct, isn't it? Once again, I know. I will try not to be more critical of her than is absolutely necessary. But once again, I don't necessarily say this out of a sense of hatred. And I don't think I'm being unfair. I think it's a fair analysis of what she's like. I'm desperately trying to come up with any interpretation that would be more fair to her in any way I can possibly make things better, but I don't think I can. Everything is set in stone, and things will converge on the original game. But lately there's a hairy dick monster she let into the house that's fucking everything up. David Madsen! A jobless... Whoa! Oh, well. Okay, that puts things in perspective. A jobless, brainless, dickless little shit with a hard-on for the military and a promise to whip me into shape. Asshole. I've tried to express these concerns to my mom, yet every week it seems the virus spreads to yet another corner of her life. I'm starting to worry that the David flu is the kind of disease that kills its host. Really? This is what I've signed up for? Maybe I should skip this game, my goodness. I didn't have that strong of a feeling about skipping the previous one, but this really doesn't bode well. But maybe, just maybe, Rachel Amber will save her life. Maybe something will turn out for the better. Oh, this is so aggravating. Ah yeah, next person, of course. Sorry, because these are just notes on... Oh wait, no, hold on. Multi-page notes on people, fair enough. Max Caulfield, MIA, ex-best friend extraordinaire. This artsy motherfucker loves photography more than life itself, and definitely more than me. She even uses old instant cameras. It's probably not healthy for anyone to be that stuck in the past, but who am I to tell people how to live their lives? When we were kids, we would dress up like pirates and eat ice cream and write and draw these stupid comic books where we had powers and saved people and shit. Then my dad died, and her dad got some job up north, and she moved away to Seattle. It was probably the moment when I needed her most, and she bailed. Thanks, Max, for teaching me that I can't rely on anyone. I mean it, life lesson learned. The worst part is that even though we haven't spoken in months, even though she habitually ignored my texts so much that I just stopped trying, even though I know deep down that she doesn't care about me anymore and that she probably has all new friends up in fucking Seattle, I still miss her. If she came back tomorrow and said, hey Chloe, want to dress up like pirates and be stupid again, I would take her back in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat! Chloe. If I had a nickel back for every jerk of guidance counselor therapist who tried to get me to write shit about Dad over the last couple years, I would never have to buy weed from Frank again. What's the matter? Don't you want to write? Oh, dear old dad. I guess they think it helps me cope with my feelings or whatever, as if a few paragraphs about how great dad was could help me forget that his guts are probably still plastered to the underside of a semi-truck. And what the fuck am I supposed to write anyway? That he was the perfect dad, was always fun to be around and never angry, they treated me like an equal, that he was constantly working to make our lives better, that he could always make me laugh even when I was being a bitch, that he sang in the shower and hated hypocrisy, and his barbecue grill's still rusting in the backyard because the thought of either throwing it away or ever using it again are both so painful that it's easier for mom and me to just pretend neither of us notices it. That's coping. Then coping can go fuck itself. Interesting. Most peculiar. So how on earth is it that we go from Chloe and Max to David and then William? I don't know. The ordering might be weird, but what? No, we don't. What? I don't know. Not much of this is well ordered, not much of this makes sense, but then again, what would you expect? Oh no. Oh no, don't you... Actually, no, the page numbering is right here, and I only have 3 of them to deal with. Well... 3 dual-sided pages. It's not even as neat as with Max. Of course it's not. This isn't Max anymore. Never will be. This is Chloe Price and I have to get used to that idea. 5th of March 2010. Dear Max, Dad caught me this stationery one day when I complained about wanting to send an email and the internet was down. Today I thought, hey, maybe it's time to write Max. The funny thing is, I don't really know what to say, because we haven't talked in 3 months. You've gotta... Oh boy, you have no perspective at this point, little Chloe. Despite all my calls and texts and... Not that I'm upset or anything. Fuck, there's no way I'm sending this, is there? Chloe, the unfriended. Now this is more like it. Here I can write to you all I want without wondering or worrying if you'll ever write me back. Maybe one day when you return home and apologize for having forgotten all about me and we kiss and make up, I'll show this to you and we can read it and laugh. Or maybe I'll decide that that Journal Max is way cooler than Reality Max and you'll just live in here forever as my little imaginary former current best friend pen pal. Time will tell. Chloe, the Journal Boss. Put your thoughts in me. 20th of March. Ready? So Mom suggests taking a road trip next summer, and I'm like, cool, I guess. But then she starts talking about David being there. Ah, yes, that David, the wannabe drill sergeant who swooped in on Mom and is stuck around like a bad zit. David, the mustache monster from Planet Dipshit. That fucking David. Anyway, I politely suggested to Mom that perhaps it was too early to assume David would be in the picture by then. All breathing. Hey, shit happens. As you might imagine, that didn't go over well. But really, if this guy's still around 3 months from now, then she's got serious self-esteem issues, and I've got serious self-immolation. Look it up, nerd. Plans. She can do better. That's all I meant. But she didn't want to hear it. Like I'm the asshole. Chloe, the asshole. Chloe, you are the asshole. Okay, fine, you are an asshole. Settle for that. 4th of April 2010. So you know why I stopped going to class so much? Like you stopped talking to me so much? Funny story, I had trouble coming up with an excuse, so I just didn't. I just didn't show up. And it was fine. Nobody said anything to me. Crazy, right? It's like I'm invincible all of a sudden. Maybe that's the perk of being the dead dad girl. No one knows what to do with me, so they're actually relieved when I stay home. Wish I'd figured this out sooner. Think of all the wasted school time. P.S. Pris from Blade Runner popped into my head last time I rubbed one. I mean, at first I was thinking about Deckard and that smolder of his, but then Pris just totally stole the show. Probably nothing there. Think I just want her bangs. Chloe, the eccentric sheep. Okay, this caught me on by surprise. Initially, I was somewhat upset at the fact that I haven't seen Blade Runner yet, even though I planned to, but then I was thrown in for a loop by the explicit graphic detail with which Chloe expresses herself, which shouldn't have taken me aback, shouldn't have surprised me. And of course, I guess we get to explore Chloe's sexuality a bit. I don't know.
Now, what to draw?
A penis, please. Not a meth lab free candy. It's a white van. I think free candy is the way to go.
Hey kids, free candy.
Admire your work.
I'm sorry, officer. It says what on the side of my RV?
Well, there you have it. One piece of graffiti right there. Okay, next up, something sharp. A saw. Lost unicorn. Yeah, whatever. Frank's RV, huh? So then... that's presumably Frank, or is it? What do we have here? Is it Pompidou inside, is it?
This place has collected a lot of junk over the years.
There's nothing inside, presumably. Look.
A second door inside? So close, and yet so far.
Just listen. Is this a good enough experience for you, Chloe?
This band shreds so hard. I gotta get in there.
We'll think of something. Look at the bikes.
I'd join a motorcycle gang if I had any friends.
Well, gee, I wonder why you don't.
Nothing says badass like a nice floral print.
New dialogue unlocked. Are you going to tease the biker? Really?
An old lumber car. Guess it's been years since anyone's actually worked here. That saw looks ancient. I wonder how long ago the mill actually closed.
It is sharp. I don't presume you can actually write anything on it, but presumably there's some equipment inside. You'll be able to graffiti. Alright, we have two people to talk to. I guess I could have a gander at the doll. Fine. Let's talk to people. Oh, wait!
If I owed somebody $1,000, I'd be shitting my pants.
Okay. That should have unlocked something, but it did not, I guess.
That's exactly your problem.
Look at the argument.
Those guys need to get a room. Or not. Damn.
Mind your own business.
I understand, really, and it won't ever happen again, I swear. You can trust me, I promise. I really get it now, I do.
Do you? Because trust with me is earned in actions, not words. Got it?
Look at him.
Should probably avoid getting on that guy's shit list.
Alright, any interactions with the bike? No, I guess I gotta talk to this guy. The bouncer, obviously. Look at him.
I've got to figure out how to get past this guy.
Just talk to him.
Help you, miss?
You gotta let me in. Check it. I'm totally legit.
It's not a bad fake, kid, but you're in over your head here. Do yourself a favor and scram.
Can't let him push me around. Should I go back and stand up to him? Or can something around here help me convince him?
Stand up to the bouncer. Even though you're in the wrong, you're trying to do something you're explicitly not supposed to. You're disappointing people in the process. Is going back an option? Always, oh no.
Guess fire safety isn't exactly high on the agenda here.
I hope we're not supposed to do things that are overly dangerous for no particular reason.
Seriously though, who drives an RV to a firewalk show?
Why not? What is the next step then? Is there a next step? I can talk to the bouncer, that's the only thing that I can possibly think of at this particular stage, but can you ponder a bit more?
Mom would totally flip.
No, we've been through this. It's not like there's much she's got to... Well, there's much she's got to think about, but it's not like she's going to think about much. No, we're not leaving. Fat chance. I guess the only option is to talk to this guy again. Futile though it may seem.
Keep walking, kid.
I'm trying. I'm just not walking in the direction you'd like me to be walking in.
I've got to figure out how to get past this guy.
God, again? What do you want, kid?
Let me inside now! I love how you have the option to just use brute force. Can we... Okay, you use the back button to walk away. Makes perfect sense. That's how you end conversations. Then you can talk about the building or the bike. We'll talk about the bike, I guess. Presumably you'll have to use W to get inside, but whatever, let's talk about the mill.
This is the old mill, right? I heard Firewalk is playing here tonight.
Very insightful.
They're awesome.
Nope.
What do you mean, nope?
Are you kidding?
You should probably just go.
Let's talk about your bike. I love how he just denies the evidence of, you know, everyone's senses.
Is that your bike over there?
Yup.
It's, pretty cool.
Gee, thanks. Is that all?
Wow, that led absolutely nowhere. Okay, I guess we will get into a spat. And from what I've read, believe it or not, this is a fundamental mechanic of this game. You just get into verbal altercations with people, then you gotta think on your feet and insult them in the proper way. Maxine may have had her... fine, okay. Let me inside! You've started a backtalk challenge. Oh yeah.
I have to convince this doorstop that I'm not giving up until he lets me inside.
In backtalk, you use arguments and insults to get someone to do what you want. Let me get this straight. You have a teenage girl over here with an attitude and a beefy guy. And, you're trying to convince me that by being mean-spirited and verbally abusive, she can actually make him do what she wants him to do. That shouldn't work. But whatever.
Don't you remember what it's like to be a teenager? I just want to see the band.
I thought we went over this. Isn't it past your bedtime?
To succeed, pay attention to what your opponent says. Oh no! Bedtime! Then pick a comeback that reflects the words back at them. This is fundamentally, and I'll use the technical term here, about bullshit, isn't it? As in, you're not trying to form a philosophical argument to show that your interlocutor is incorrect in any sort of assessment on a material or formal level. What you're trying to do here is accomplish something by purely social means. You don't say things because you believe you're right and you're trying to prove that that is the case. You're just saying things because you want to achieve practical goals. With I hate this. I hate this in real life and I hate this in the game. Because this is not being intelligent, this is being witty. There's a stark difference. Okay, do me a solid, it doesn't relate to what's previously stated. No bedtime, doesn't really... doesn't really improve the situation in any way. So I guess you pick the combative one. This bit you're trying to, yes, I know what I wanted to say. That ultimately in these sorts of scenarios, the moment you start trying to explain your part of the situation, the moment you actually, I'll put it this way, the moment you engage with the argument as presented, you lose. If what's tossed to your side is an insult, the moment you try to disprove the insult, you lose, because then the person can throw another one. If all that's thrown in your direction is trash, then they can keep piling trash faster than you can keep clearing it up. There's no point. Therefore, in any such conversation, the crucial part is to behave in a completely intellectually dishonest way, to ignore what the other person is saying. Well, not ignore. To not let it get to you on one hand, to not address it. Do not address any claims. That's not your point. You're not trying to prove you're right. Once again, you're not a philosopher. This isn't intellectual, this is social. Do not address any claims, any points whatsoever. Just file back every single time. Keep piling pressure on the other person. Force the other person to respond rather than responding yourself. This fills me with such immense hatred. But hey, that's how some people operate. Maybe they should be in a ditch on fire. But that's how some people operate.
Oh, isn't it past yours?
Real cute. But I still don't know you.
Cute. Oh, cute? Like a bike is cute because you have flowers over there, right? Which, of course, reflects poorly on your masculinity because you can't simultaneously, functionally be a member of the male sex and have a bicycle on which flowers are painted because flowers out of their nature... No, it doesn't make sense. But it's not supposed to make sense. You're not a philosopher. You're an asshole.
Kittens riding tiny mopeds are cute. I'm more like Red Sonja riding a Panzer tank.
Okay, kid. I get it. You're tough.
Sometimes the right choices are more difficult to pick out. Your playground is a good response to kid. Then that kid finds thinking,
Maybe I
playground.
am a kid. Because this place looks like a damn playground to me.
A girl like you? I can't protect you in there.
I need protection.
A girl like you with pretty flowers on her bicycle shouldn't lecture me on what I can do.
That is a traditional Samoan... Look, my boss decides who gets in, all right?
And who's your boss?
Is your boss your mom? Follow up. Do you live in your boss's basement?
You're not accepting no for an answer, are you?
Nope.
And you really think you can take me?
Yep.
What if I had a knife?
No problem.
A gun?
Don't care.
What if I had...
You could have a flamethrower, an army of robot ninjas, and a motherfucking dragon on a leash in there, and I'd still kick your ass.
I give up. You're all right, kid. Go on in.
This is intense. Shit.
Hey, Delia, come.
Cute dog.
Question everything. Why? Oh my, look at this place.
Just follow the lights and the sound. Can't wait to get in there and thrash.
I felt better playing Hatred than playing this. I can deal with existential dread, cosmic horror, and mortal danger, but social anxiety was the flavor of discomfort I was not ready for. Plus, I still hate Chloe and everything she stands for. To watch me overcome my fear and disgust, watch the next part of my Life is Strange Before the Storm playthrough. Thanks for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.